You know what I really like about the A10?
What's that?
I can do high-speed turns on the ground.
Yeah.
If I did this in the F-16, I'd be doing cartwheels.
Cessna's the same way. Gotta be careful with it.
And that's kind of weird, because doesn't the Cessna have kind of a wide wheelbase with the tricycle?
I've seen it tip forward.
Well, yeah, but maybe it's because the wing's so high it fucks up the center of gravity.
Yeah. Well, there's tanks up there, so yeah, it's top heavy.
What's the... Do you know much about the engineering of the Cessna? Because I want to ask, what's the reasoning for it having the top-mounted wing instead of the bottom?
Less equipment. It's gravity fed.
Oh, okay. It truly is the Honda Civic of airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas says he bought the collective from Verpal. I was thinking about it, but then I was realizing I'm going to be doing the gunner stuff, so the collective really wouldn't do me a lot of good. So I'll stick with the rig that I have.
I never liked the bottom wings on a civilian plane anyway, because you're missing out on a lot of view. I mean, when I flew a Cherokee to the Keys a few times, there really wasn't that much to see because I had a huge wing to the left of me, a huge wing to the right of me.
Right.
There's like this 20-degree spot in between the canopy and the wing where I could get a view, and everything else it was just like, you know, sitting in a seat.
Man, I thought we ran the heater at some point, because I'm smelling that burning dust smell. And the heater hasn't been run all year.
Well, hopefully the house isn't on fire.
No, it's a heater thing. If the heater goes a few months without being used, the little bit of dust that accumulates on it.
I understand that, yeah. It's just, you said you didn't run it and you still smell it. So it's just like...
No, I mean, it's running now, but I thought we ran the heater at like a month or two ago, but I guess I'm mistaken.
I see.
Burning off all the dust from the year. I was at the hobby shop on Saturday. I actually bought a pack of 4 JDAMs.
It's amazing what you could pick up at a hobby shop.
Yeah. But it's for the A10 model. It has some weapons, but it doesn't have... I wanted to put my exact loadout on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, nobody makes the, what is it, GBU-54 is the current model. Nobody makes that one, but I was looking at it, and the previous one, which is the 34 or the 36 or something, they look the same. They just painted differently, and then the 54's got the little bit of glass on it for the laser detector. So I said, you know, I could just buy that and just paint it like a 54, and nobody would know the difference.
It's a good idea.
Yep. There were some other things I wanted to buy, but I ran out of time. He's got 2 aisles, and that doesn't sound like a lot until you realize that the boxes are like the size of the palm of your hand for these detail kits. So these 2 little short aisles have probably over 1,000 little detail kits in it. And I'm like flicking through them trying to find the damn things. I know he has it because I looked on the website in the morning because he has his stuff on the website. It got to the point I pulled out my phone, I looked at the time, and I said, oh, it's time to check out and go to work. Next Sunday, I got your last kit to do. The Seattle Space Needle.
Cool.
I'm trying to wondering... I'm wondering how to, do flames. So I figure by the time I'm done with it, the real thing might be on fire. I don't know.
Trying to make it realistic, right?
Yeah. God, that's fucked up. They're doing the whole martial law thing over there in Washington State now. At least they're trying to.
Yeah.
You heard about all that shit?
Well, Virginia was down the other day, and she told me that you can't even go to a restaurant unless you have proof of vaccination.
Oh, they're up in the ante. If a doctor believes, doesn't even necessarily need proof, believes that you're non-compliant with a vaccine mandate, you're not doing everything you possibly can, you can go to jail.
And what about people like me that get blood clots with the vaccine?
You're going to jail, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Going to prison for life. For not having a vaccine in the state of Washington.
So if I went to Washington State, I just couldn't live there.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it had a travel restriction. They probably wouldn't even let you in.
Wow.
Over in Australia, in the state that's on the southern part of Australia, I can't think of the fucking name of it. And it might be the other states now too, I don't know. But, no, I see the Hornets. If you're outside and you're not like an essential worker going to your job or going home, the police can beat the fuck out of you and take you to jail, even if you are vaccinated.
That's crazy.
It's amazing what you can talk people into. Just absolutely amazing. And my coworker, he's just like, any day now these people are gonna see what's going on, and I'm just like, you don't realize how fucking stupid people are. You can talk them into anything. Tell them anything. And as long as you're ahead of it with a narrative, they'll believe it. Me, I'll just stay home. I got no problem with that. I'm a hermit anyway. All this pandemic and lockdown shit's been good to me. I will admit, I do miss the lockdown for having none of those fucking clowns on the road, so we could all go 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
and have no wrecks. Just saying. I'm looking at you, retired baby boomers. You're all out trying to have fun. Some of us are just trying to get to work. Just saying. Crazy fucking times, man.
I don't even like driving on the road anymore.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like a magnet for road rage.
Dude, it's not just you, though. I mean, like I said, it's like I started seeing people getting worse and worse over the past... Basically, since the start of the whole COVID thing. Like, they started getting exponentially worse. I'm like, fuck. I need to get a gun. I don't know when somebody's gonna fucking jump out of their truck and come at me.
Somebody did that to me yesterday.
Really?
But it's become so normal that I don't even bring it up or talk about it anymore.
Yeah. That's the fucked up thing about it. We've normalized road rage. Like, what the fuck?
It's like to the point where it's just like if I talk about it again, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, Brian, road rage again?"
Yeah, nobody's gonna believe you. It's gonna be like,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't even talk about it anymore, because what's the point? It just it keeps happening.
the moral of the story is this is why you should not let New Yorkers move into your state.
Yeah.
Seriously, it got worse as they started moving down, so don't tell me it's not the fucking New Yorkers and their piss poor fucking attitude.
Well, one guy was wearing a Brown University hoodie, and his girlfriend was wearing
Which
oh,
university was it?
Brown University.
Yeah, I know
And
it's the color brown, but which university is it?
And the other girl was wearing some California University t-shirt with her Alpha Phi or whatever thing on it. And they were mad because I stopped, and I stopped because the guy in front of me wanted to turn left on the causeway. So he had to stop, and if I didn't stop, I'd be inside the other guy. So it was just like,
Kinky.
what? Yeah, it's just like, what did they expect me to do? Just run right into the back of them?
Obviously.
And I was about ready to explain myself, but it's the weird thing, you know, my mind is thinking, okay, like, look at this guy in front of me, and you'll realize that the reason I had to stop was because he stops. But what actually came out of my mouth for some reason was, why don't you go out in the street and play hide and go fuck yourself? And it's just like, wait, why did my mouth say that?
Because that was the correct answer. Especially when it comes to Californians. Who the fuck is letting them out of their state anyway? Bunch of fucking communists. Like, I thought California was the best state in the world. Why the fuck are you leaving? Go home.
Well, I thought Brown University was on the East Coast. And
Is it?
Then the girl he's with has got a university shirt from the West Coast. So it's just like, okay.
Maybe they just bought those at a store.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're actually high school dropouts or something.
Maybe.
Fresh out of the trailer park. Damn, I'm having trouble seeing these tanks.
I put them in as actual tanks and not static objects, so they should be there.
Well, even as static objects, they would show up on my thermals. I'm probably looking at the wrong area. I don't feel like checking the map. I want a challenge, because this is the only challenge is finding the enemy. Once I find them, they're fucked. Look, my chat's crashed. I'm gonna refresh here. Nobody said anything. I mean, I know I'm boring, but... There we go, there's the missing chat. I was missing a couple of lines.
That's what Charlie Sheen said.
Yep.
Why are the lines gone?
And it's funny, I think in hindsight, and that was one thing that crackhead Charlie Sheen and Trump had in common was the whole winning thing. They were both obsessed with winning. I think Trump should have had an added reference and said something about tiger's blood. We've got tiger's blood in our veins. So much blood. The most tiger's blood in the world.
We have huge blood, humongous blood. This blood is so potent, I'll tell you, I know a hematologist that'll tell any of you.
All you need is a voice modulator and you could be the next president. You know, one of the reasons I want to get a 3D printer is these detail kits that people make, they're making with a 3D printer, and they're as detailed as the models in the game here. Got a little bomb like the size of my thumbnail with as much detail as this.
Nice.
Fucking unreal, the stuff that you can do with a 3D printer now.
There's guys that deliver stuff to my store. They do it with their own 3D printers and stuff like that, and they make bank. They don't make a lot of money, but they make bank. This guy made a bank with the 3D printer. It looked awesome. It looked just like Wells Fargo.
There's the punchline.
Warning, autopilot.
Yeah, I was watching review videos, like trying to figure out which, you know, what the best printer to buy is. I mean, the 3D printers are at such a point that you have to, like, you have to make a little figurine, like about an inch tall, highly detailed, print it out, and then zoom in with a magnifying glass to see the striations between the layers. And I'm looking at that and I'm just like, you know, I think I would be happy with any of these results.
Yeah. Now we got a guy that comes in, he makes shell scoopers, and the tourists buy them up like they're candy. And he sells them for 20 bucks a piece.
Shell scoopers.
Yeah.
Is that like a pooper scooper, but for crustaceans?
Seashells, yeah. Well, pretty much what it is, you know, he buys the poles from some other place, and then he prints the shell scoopers himself, and he prints them to be the size to screw onto the pole, and then he hands them off to the store, and we sell them off 20 bucks a pop.
That's actually another reason why I'm thinking about getting a 3D printer, because if I start making my own detail kits, maybe I can get with this guy at the hobby shop.
Oh yeah, you could.
And just be like, hey, so I got a 3D printer and I have a fine arts degree in 3D modeling. What's in demand? What do you think you could sell? It seems like so far the 2 times that I've visited, the most popular stuff around here is model railroading.
Cool.
I think my only feedback is these guys should have had a waypoint to move off the coast and take an objective.
Okay. Yes, I just don't think we got to do that.
You know, for next time.
Yeah, for next time.
Oh, that's cute. This one BMP is on fire, so he's driving out into the water. I don't think that's going to work for you, buddy. Yep, there he is. He's trying. You can't seem to get into the water. He's flying above it. That could be problematic for him. This must be a Mary Poppins BMP. Waiting for the Big Bang.
There's wide fictional internet speculation that Mary Poppins and It from Stephen King's It, Pennywise, are the same species.
Oh, there's all kinds of weird stuff like that going around. One that I saw, I don't know if it's still going on, is the whole thing where Garfield is a cosmic horror. Now that stuff I will actually say is a bit fucking creepy. Especially as somebody who grew up with Garfield as a comic. And then it's like watching this and it's just like, or seeing the weird shit they're doing and it's just like, fucking A, you guys ruin everything. I guess he's not going to cook off because he's in the water.
Autopilot.
Does it work?
I don't know. I'm going to find out real soon.
Was it a triumph?
It's looking so. They seem to be tracking 2 different targets here. Yep. They're tracking.
Alright, I'm making a note here. Huge success.
GLaDOS would be proud.
There's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake and the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Well, just let me know if it works, because these points of data, you know, they make a beautiful line.
Oh, it's working all right.
We're out of data. We are releasing on.
Those orange trees had it fucking coming, I'm just saying.
I can see the smokestacks from here. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist.
And those oranges are going to be extra pulp and a little crunchy.
Warning, autopilot.
I wonder, is he invulnerable because of the orange trees? Maybe the orange trees are soaking up the bullets. Because I see him moving and he's not smoking. And he's actually been hit with a cluster bomb, but he was inside the trees.
I don't know, man.
Reminds me of that guy who came in and had a temper tantrum because I said the hitboxes were fucked. Yeah, the hitboxes are still kind of fucked. Invincible orange trees protecting tanks. And shooting at my friend.
Pull up, pull up.
Oh, that got him.
He's smoking now.
Yep. I came at it so that I was between the orange tree rows. That was the only way to get him.
Those are some armored oranges.
Yeah. They're trying to out Tropicana. Gonna be a new brand at the grocery store. Akbar orange
I
juice.
just depleted uranium in my oranges.
Akbar orange juice. So good you would call it extremist.
You get 72 oranges in a bag and they're all virgin.
I eagerly await my Twitch ban tonight.
What do you mean?
I know which side they sit on. It's like all the other ones. Alright, I am out. But I've got an hour left on the clock, so...
I got some Navy airplanes waiting on the aircraft carrier for us if you want to swap out.
Yeah, I'll take this back to base and then we'll do some traps.
Alright.
Usually, friendlies who are on the Link 16, I'll see them on my, Scorpion head-mounted display. It'll show a little circle.
Yep, I just checked. I'm transmitting.
So I can see the AWACS over there and the F-18, but not you. Weird.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess the game just wants me to kill you. Because obviously if you don't have a circle on you, you're an enemy, right?
I guess so.
That's how it works. I see troops on the ground, but they don't have circles on them, so I'm going to strafe them real quick.
How could you do that, man? Easy, you don't lead too much.
Yeah.
It's 20 millimeter. I'm just throwing grenades. Well, in your case, 30.
Yep, well, them big grenades.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's some interesting character stuff in that movie you can take away, too. Like, that's one of my favorite Kirk quotes is from Star Trek V. You know, he's going around, he's brainwashing everybody, and he goes, you know, I'm paraphrasing here what the Vulcan says, but, you know, I can take away your pain. And Kirk has the balls to say, I need my pain.
Yeah, it defines who we are.
Mm-hmm. And for him, that's like, when you understand the pain they're talking about, he's like talking about the death of his son. He's like you're not taking that away from me.
Yeah. And McCoy, you two can really drive a man to drink. What did I do? What did you do? You really pissed me off. That's what you do, Joe. Perhaps it didn't occur to you in that macho mind of yours, but you should have died when you fell off that mountain.
And that's an interesting plot line that I don't know if he was intentionally trying to tie it in or not, but was the theme of both the, was it Nicholas Meyer films, Star Trek 2 and 6? Forcing Kirk to face his own mortality.
Yeah. Well, that whole scene was ad-libbed by DeForest Kelly. They just kept the cameras rolling because they wanted to see what he was going to say. And I am well versed in the classics, Doctor. Then how come you don't know row, row, row your boat?
Altitude, altitude.
And I think that's one of those things about at least Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, the original actors, and how long they had been doing that together, that could just organically happen off script.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely one of those things where the actors have been... Only happens if the actors have been working together in the same character for that long.
Yeah, that happened ad-libbed in Star Trek Insurrection once also. It was pretty funny. They kept the cameras rolling because LeVar Burton forgot his line, so he just went with whatever came to his mind. And it was the scene where Kirk tells Geordi, you know, eject the core, and Geordi, he's just like, I already did. And then Riker just has that smile, and then I find out later that that was just Jonathan Frakes laughing and smiling at himself because yes, hold on, because
Yes,
he
Buttons, it
knew that
was...
he knew he went off script, but at the same time it works so well because Geordi and Riker as a character have known each other so long that he knew he didn't even have to give the order. Because normally you'd wait for the commander's orders, and Geordi's just like, I already ejected that core. It was like, they were playing on the same page in more ways than one.
Right. Anyway, yeah, Buttons, that's the campfire scene from Star Trek V that we were talking about, among other things. And welcome to the channel.
All right.
Hope you saw that.
You're making me jealous. You're up there flying, and I'm here figuring out my frickin' controls again. Why does it feel like I'm slowly moving forward?
Because you are.
Is that normal?
No. If it was normal, nobody'd be watching though. So. I don't know why this guy touches his nipples before I launch, but it's kind of weird. I know ambient focus, I'm just being a smart ass. He said the nipple touches to show that he's the shooter. No, one of my latest things is I see something and then I just say something inappropriate like that. Make myself seem like a fucking idiot, even though I'm not. Melon! Where you been? Why do you always show up in the last 30 minutes of my stream? Even Linux beat you to my stream. That says something. It's going fantastic, man. How you doing? Ceremonial Melon says of the voice that reads the subscriptions, says she's a bitch, don't listen to her. Well, that's why they call it Bitchin' Betty, right, Melon? Only my Bitchin' Betty's bitching about the subscriptions. Anyway, thank you for gifting Linux a sub. Now he has even less of an excuse not to watch the stream, since now he's got it ad-free. See, Melon's a cool kid too. He does not use VR. He's not one of the pod people. Not yet, anyway.
I
All
saw he was playing DCS last night.
all these VR people are becoming pod people. Join us. Come play with us.
It is fun when it feels like you're really in the plane, you know?
I agree with you 100%, Melon. It's just not there. When it's there, I'll be on board.
Oh, it's there.
For you it is. For you it is. But remember, there are differences in visual acuity. I want 4K wide view, so I can actually use my peripheral vision. I don't want to feel like I'm flying a plane in a 1980s fucking night vision goggles, you know what I mean?
Ah, shit. Come on. Now that I don't want it to stop. I mean, now that I do want it to stop, it doesn't stop.
Coming in at this thing fucking crooked, but oh well.
God damn it. I'm having some... I don't know what is wrong with this.
You need me to give you a push?
No, it's just like... The whole aircraft is fighting me. And I've never had this problem before. It's like the brakes are stuck on or something, and every time I pull the throttle forward I get a master caution.
So your wheel brakes are off. Yes?
Yes.
Your emergency brake is off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I get over here and it's working right, but I get over there and it does not. So strange. It's like all of a sudden my wheels get into goo when I get past this point.
Maybe they put some sticky stuff on the deck over there to keep you from flying off.
And then I get here and it doesn't want to stop. Let me check my adjust controls. Access commands. Brakes. Wheel brake left, wheel brake right. They are responding. I don't get it. Yes, these are programmed right. Let me spin back around.
Fuck.
Oh shit. No. Ah.
So you remember what I said about your shit peripheral vision?
No, I saw you. It's just my brakes didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Like I had enough room to spin
Fuel
around,
low.
but then I got into that
Fuel
sticky
low.
shit, like right in that area. And it didn't want to turn me sharp enough.
Sticky shit sounds like a personal problem to me.
No, it's this one area of the carrier. I get into that one zone, and the plane just doesn't want to work right. And I've never had this happen before. Like, this has never been a problem.
Oh good, now I just need a new wing.
Alright, now that I've... No!
I think it's clear, Brian, that you're never meant to fly belly buttons.
Okay, throttle is all the way back.
My whole nose wheel's gone. Can I borrow yours?
Yeah, something is wrong. I didn't. Something with the controls. I know something in the controls is just off. Ah, crap! It doesn't want to turn. Stop! Stop! Fucking plane! God damn it!
It's fine, you don't need that. You can still take off.
I've never had this problem before, but then again, maybe it's something with something DCS did with my controls. I don't know. So access command.
Maybe you should look under allied commands. Maybe that'll do you a little better.
Okay, so
I'm trying to
roll
find
is
this.
good.
Trying to find the self-destruct button on this thing.
Pitch. Whoa.
Okay, so the profiles are done on a per device basis. So if you save the profile from your joystick, then it can only be loaded to your joystick. So you gotta save the profile for each device you have. Don't ask me why they do it that way. Yes, it's fucking stupid, but that's just how it works.
But I do have a whole profile, like, saved. I can't get that.
Okay, so you're looking at the joystick, right? And then load profile. And you're saying it's grayed out.
Yes.
That's interesting. None of mine are grayed out.
No way, my file's gone. Well, it doesn't matter. My file's gone anyway for some reason. Man, I have to go through all this and do it all over again from scratch.
Well, now you know what you're going to do for your weekend. Well, it is noon, or approximately noon. I'm going to get lunch, get ready for work.
I'm gonna quit the desktop. I don't feel like messing with this right now. I am so pissed off at this. Why does DCS do that?
And I thought I was having a bad day when I had to restart because of the fucking track IR. Alright, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. With any luck, the Apache will be out. But they're saying Wednesday, so probably not in time for stream. But the week after, definitely. And I might... What the fuck is going on out there? Oh, ice. I might have some streaming of modeling. Linux is nagging me to do it. I just need to get a camera so I can put it on my glasses because I don't want to have one of those rigs like everybody else for the cameras between me and the model so I can't see what I'm modeling. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Oh, and if you haven't joined the Discord server, the link's below. Follow me and you'll see me again next week.